My name is Marcelo Cruz. I'm a professor at New York University. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Operational Risk, and I'm an editor of a number of publications as well. I have published 4 books in the past. One of these books is a best-selling risk, more than 20,000 books sold, called Modeling, Measuring, and Hedging Operational Risk. And I'm glad to be here in Mexico. I don't think it's a death sentence, but it makes their life more difficult, especially but the regulators have a different treatment for large banks, the tier 1 banks, and the smaller banks, which are less restringent. But certainly there's a cost to comply. They're all understanding the rules, have to hire more risk managers, have to hire more lawyers, you have to hire more compliance people. So there's a number of people that support that, not necessarily putting more capital, but there's a cost of maintaining these new laws and understanding, make sure that they work inside a firm. And aside from that, these new rules like Basel III and all, they create more capital buffers. So one of the things that happened, and I just told now to in my class, in my seminar, is that banks need to make money so they allocate more capital. The whole idea is that they are making more money, they can allocate more capital, but that's not happening because the environment is kind of a negative spiral. They don't make their money, it becomes hard for them to allocate capital, becomes harder for them to make more profits. So, and that's the death spiral that can happen to some banks. It becomes difficult for Mexican banks as well, especially for the only one large bank that is local, right, to compete with other banks, because the other banks that are foreign, they have some economy of scale. Most of the compliance of these new rules that can be dealt in Madrid or New York, right, and the local banks, no, they have to have the whole brunt of this cost under themselves locally, right? So there's no headquarters in Madrid or New York or anywhere else to cope with that. So yeah, it's not a fair, but it needs to be analyzed in the sense that it needs to be smart. It's not more regulation that make the market safer, it's having a smart risk management and updated one as well. No, I don't think so. I mean, you see, profits, they pay taxes. Banks pay taxes. So they socialize the profits, actually. So it's not true. So, and also, all these new regulations are taking money from the banks as well. But of course, because it costs more for the banks, when regulators put these rules, you need to allocate more capital, you need to create this buffer, it becomes less profitable for banks, they're going to start raising tariffs. They're going to start raising costs for the consumer. So in the end, the consumer is going to pay it off twice because, I mean, banks are charged. They do contribute to the society through their profits, and then they pay tax on the profits, right? So that's on the revenue and the profit they make. But that's the second component as well, because it's becoming more expensive, and that you can see easily in the US, that they're increasing tariffs for everything. So you want a credit card? Before it was for free. Now you're going to charge $100 per year. Or you want to open an account? Before they pay you to open an account. Now they charge you $50 to open an account. You want a checkbook? Checkbook was for free. You can have 20 checkbooks forever, right? So for free. And now they're going to charge you for that. So that's the difference. So it's not for free, and banks are not going to bear all this cost bluntly. They're going to pass to somebody else, and the somebody else is you and me. We're going to pay for that. So it's good to do that, but in the end, the socialization that you call always happens. Always somebody going to pay, and always going to be somebody who work with the banks. That is us, right?